Hey, thanks for watching. So today I want to talk to you about names. For starters, my name is Shalina Warrior and I'm a geologist, but that's not the name that I want to talk about. When diggers find pockets, sometimes they give them names. So we've got the 911 pocket. So this piece is from the 911 pocket in Colorado. It had a special name. There's a friend of mine that named one of his pockets that he found, it had this vibrant green fluorite, and it reminded him of the comic book character Green Lantern. It was like that color. So he named the pocket the Green Lantern pocket. I have another friend that found a pocket and then named it after his girlfriend at the time, which was kind of unfortunate because now that's an ex-girlfriend. And so every time you ask him, well, what's the name? What did you name it? He has to explain that whole thing. Don't advise it. So the one that I want to tell you about today is the 2K pocket. Now, the 2K pocket is an Amazonite pocket in Colorado in the Lake George area, and it produced these beautiful, beautiful Amazonite single crystals with like some of the best color I've ever seen. And some of them have white caps and some of them don't have white caps. And so this pocket was found by my friend Carl, who lives in Denver, and he had, at the time, he'd been digging in Colorado for probably about 20 years. This was maybe mid-2000s. And so he was going up on a weekend dig with friends. And so from his house, he lives in Denver. It's about a 2-hour drive to Lake George. And then from there, it was about 45 minutes to an hour on, dirt roads. You've got to have a 4-wheel drive vehicle just to get to this particular claim of his. And so along the drive, he felt a little sad. He'd recently lost a friend in the digging community, and just it's a lot of time to be in the car. So a lot of things to think about. And Carl is very in tune spiritually. He's a pretty in tune guy. And so, as he drove out to the claim, he, felt this sadness, heavy heart. He was thinking a lot about his friend that recently passed. And as he walked up to his claim, and for Carl, he's usually got a good hike to get out to his claims from where he's able to drive. And he just kind of had, this feeling. And I think at one point he felt a peace, and he felt her presence. So then he went out to go dig, started walking around his claim looking for a new site and a new spot to dig, and found a few little crystals, decided to start digging in one particular spot. Next thing you know, he hit a pocket. And so as he's pulling crystals from the pocket, he was seeing 2 kinds of crystals. He was seeing some like beautiful Amazonite crystals that had really good color, although he couldn't quite tell the color because they were, covered and hadn't been cleaned yet. So some of them had these white caps on the top face, like this one. And then this is a single Amazonite crystal with a white cap. So some had the white caps and some didn't have the white caps. And so as he was extracting, throughout the process, in his mind, he was thinking, 2 kinds, so excited to find these 2 kinds of Amazonite crystals, some with the caps and some without the caps. And at one point, he just sort of paused and was overwhelmed with gratitude. And he looked up and he said, "The Lord is just too kind." And so that's how the 2K pocket got its name. The Lord is just too kind. And he found 2 kinds of Amazonite crystals. So that's how the 2K pocket, which is really legendary, epic, produced a lot of these beautiful white-capped crystals. That's how it got its name. So thank you for listening. And if you want to hear more, learn more about minerals,